Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Cassie and today I want to do my makeup backwards, like fully backwards. It's gonna be challenging to remember everything backwards, but we're still gonna do it. So it's kind of gonna look like underpainting probably because yeah. Last thing I do is lips and or mascara. Those are always the last two things that I ever do. So let's do lips and mascara first. It's going to be a little bit uncomfortable because I have to do my eye makeup after I've put on mascara. And that might irritate my soul. If you heard my cat meow, it's because she loves me. Meow. All right. Okay, so I'm just going to use my Tarte Big Ego mascara because it's my fave. All right, now that we are fully lashed, I feel lashy. Okay, next is lips. I'm watching my cat because I think she's going to do something stupid. Shut up! Because I don't really know what this makeup look is going to look like yet. I'm going to pick a lip, oh crap, before knowing how everything's going to look. And that is scary. Okay, I'm going to use this Maybelline New York Ultimate in the shade More Blonde. And I'm going to line my lips with, I'm going to line my lips with the ColourPop Lippie Pencil in the shade BFF. Now the reason why we don't put lipstick on before everything else is because foundation typically covers our lips. And also wearing a lip with no foundation on feels weird, feels wrong. Never done that before. I'm going to put setting spray on. I typically put setting spray on before these two steps anyways, so that makes sense. We're going in the right order. The reason why I put my setting spray on before the mascara, typically I just either put mascara on, wait for it to dry, and then put on setting spray, because a lot of times I like squint my eye and that will cause the mascara to come on down here. Or I put the setting spray on, wait for it to dry, and then do my eyelashes. So now that I have set my face, I actually have a full face schedule right here that I made for myself a really long time ago, because sometimes when I'm talking to camera, I'll forget what steps I'm supposed to do in what order. So this is my basic outline of how I do my makeup on camera. Typically, I wash it and moisturize, usually off camera, prime, conceal blemishes, eyes, foundation, eyebrows, contour / highlight / powder, blush, highlight, set. I did not put mascara or lips on there because those are just whatever things, and sometimes I don't do my lips because I like to give kisses, and I can't really give kisses if my lips are done. So next we'll highlight, then blush, because typically I would do that after my contour is done. Let's use something that's pretty aggressive and I'm always scared to use. My most sacred example of this is Toot Toot by Trixie Cosmetics. It's a Trixie Sticks. It is this adorable packaging, and it is this white shade. It's light and it's scary because you don't want to look like Casper the Ghost. You want to look like human people. So I'm going to do that. And then blush that I'm terrified of and would rather use as an underpaint. I just made a lovely discovery, and that I can't use a powder blush because I'm going to be using liquid foundation. So you can't put the wet and then the dry. So I have to use a liquid foundation. The only liquid foundation that I am like scared of is another Trixie product. I wasn't going to use another Trixie product because sometimes it gets a little much on my channel, but that's fine. It's really not a blush. It's supposed to be a highlighter, but it's so pink that it can't not be a blush. So I'm going to use both of these. They came in the same palette, or in the same package box thing. So first we're going to highlight. And yeah, I did like a 3 swipe. And I'm going to take my sponge here and just kind of try to boop it out. I just don't want the edges to be super tight, and that's about it, but it's a highlighter. That's for sure. It's highlighted my face with highlight. It's highlighted. For blush, I'm going to use this pink highlighter blush. And my only hope here is that the foundation that I put on after goes well. Oh, she's not budging. It is. And that circle that I made, I did not anticipate that. That is super fun. Okay. That is a circle of pink on my cheek, and I'm just gonna have to live with that. I'm gonna use my darker contour, the ABH Mink contour stick. Kind of touch that with the blush because I put the blush real low for some reason. The highlighter went too low, the contour went low. Doesn't make any sense. I'm using the darker shade because it's going to be covered up by foundation. And I thought that this might help bring it back out. Wow, that's a lot. That's way too high. I'm just going to take a little bit of this and go like that. I don't know what I'm trying to salvage here. But I'm trying. I think adding pink to the top of that made it a little bit better. And it's shiny. Oh, it's shiny. I only regret it a lot. Contour the rest of the face, so I'm going to do the nose. I just do 2 swipes down the sides, and then I make a little circle here. Next on the agenda would be highlighting. I typically contour then highlight, so I kind of got that a little messed up and backwards, but it's fine. We're contoured, now we're gonna highlight with my CoverGirl concealer. I'm just gonna put that underneath our cheek contour, up the center of our nose, and then middle of the stuff, and eyebrow, chin. Not eyebrow, forehead. That's forehead. There's a lot of it. I've never done this without foundation on. It looks a little weird. Okay, we are contoured. We are highlighted. We are looking a little funky and silly. Eyebrows. Damn it. In order to make the eyebrows actually show up better, I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow definer triangular brow pencil in the shade Taupe. Flick, flick. Ow, there's a pimple in there. Or it pulled my hair out. I don't know. I can't tell. I don't see a pimple. It ripped my hair out. So that's not cool. Just flicking about on my eyebrow way. Oh, see, they look a little aggressive. That's on purpose. Vicky, what the fuck is your problem? My mom's calling. Okay, so my eyebrows are filled in. They are a bit darker and bushier than I typically keep them, and that is because we're about to put foundation on our face, and that's gonna like cover them back up. So I'm hoping that the only like reworking I'm gonna have to do after foundation is like a quick brushing out. Okay, so foundation is absolutely next. I just had to double check because I get confused. We're gonna skip the concealed blemishes because that's like the first thing I do after primer. All right, I've never put foundation on over a full face of blush and contour and everything, so let's just hope for the best. So I actually can still see some of the contouring, not a lot. Like up here by the forehead is pretty washed away. You can kind of see my cheekbone here and there, and you can see the blush coming through. I can still see the highlight on this side. Oh, there it is. I found it. So I can still see all of the blush contour highlight, and that is good because that's what we wanted to see. I don't know what we wanted. So this is where I would do my blemishes, but typically I do my eyes and blemishes. So I'm just gonna do eyes because now that there is foundation on, you can't really see my blemishes. I have no blemishes. I'm just so flawless. Oh, I think I choked on my own spit. Okay, the eyebrows got a little bit covered up as I suspected. Why does one look worse than the other? This one looks completely covered and the other one looks completely not. Am I going to take a little stampy stamp? I sure am. I want them to be the same amount of dull. Okay, for the last like 7 minutes I've been trying to get something out of my eye. Let's move on. For eyes. Okay. Let's just grab this Morphe Meredith Duxbury palette and grab Crumpet. And we're gonna dust that all over the top of the lid, and then we're gonna boop it all over the top of the lid, and I'll just come back when it's done because you don't need to see this. You know, it just occurred to me that I could have done my eye makeup backwards too, like starting with a wing and then blending from there and all kinds of nonsense. But I'm glad I didn't think of that until I was done because I've had kind of enough. Oh, starting with the under eye and then doing the top. Oh, that's dark-sided. Yay, I love that my blush and highlight is done and there are tape lines in it. I love that. Woo! Hooray for that. Woo. Okay, is there anything else left? I mean, typically I would do lips and mascara, but they're done. We can do the under eye. We can do the under eye, and then I think that's it, right? Right? Okay, that right was too convincing. I actually did tear up a little bit. And the award for Best Actress goes to Your Mom's Fat Butt. It could have turned out worse. I would go out in public like this. I would be unhappy about it, but I would go out in public like this. It was an experiment that I wanted to experiment, and it has been experimented. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe because it's a nice thing to do. And I will see you in the next one where I do not do this again. Bye. Vicky.